What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode here on NRV Outdoors. Today we're here at the old trophy trout stream to talk about a technique that a lot of you guys have showed a lot of interest in recently, and that would be the Trout Magnet jigging technique. As a lot of you guys know, I like to jig these things quite different than the average person. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how I do it, exactly all the tips and techniques to where you can get out, get on the water yourself, jig you up some beautiful trout, and have an absolute blast. So let's go ahead and hop in here, guys, and let's get started. For today's video, we're going to be using the Lews Mach Pearl combo, spooled up with some 8-pound 100% fluorocarbon, guys. The fluorocarbon is so key while jigging these because that fluorocarbon is a dense line that will allow your trout magnet to sink more quickly and stay in the strike zone longer. So that fluorocarbon is key. Now the choice of fluorocarbon is yours. You can go from 2 pounds all the way to 10 pounds, and you'll see some variances in between. And you just have to decide which one you like the best. But guys, as you can see here, we've got our 1/64 ounce Trout Magnet jig hook. We've got it in gold with our pink body. Now, if I could only pick one color jig head, they make several. There's some that are painted. They've got them in gold, silver, black, all kinds of awesome colors. But if I could only pick one, it would be the gold in the 1/64 ounce. That's just an excellent trout fishing jig there. And we've just got it paired up with our little Leland Trout Magnet, pink Trout Magnet here. Very simple, rigged up nice and straight through the body, coming out through the splits and the tails there. Very, very, very simple technique there. But all we want to do today, guys, is we want to jig this thing around some. And if you read the package or you watch a lot of videos on YouTube, they will say to simply cast out your Trout Magnet, let it sink a little bit, and then twitch your rod 1 to 3 inches as you retrieve it back. Now this will work for a lot of anglers, but what I have found is as I'm jigging it back, my line will go really tight and the fish will pop it really hard and I'll miss the fish and I can't really tell what's going on. So instinctively, I want to put my hand on that line there, right? So that makes you want to kind of put your fingers on the line and feel it while you're jigging it, and you get your line all knotted up, and it's no fun. So what I have done, guys, is I have adapted a technique that bass anglers use while flipping into buckbrush and cypress knees and things like that while bass fishing with big jigs and bait casters. But I have adapted it to trout fishing, and it's been extremely effective for me thus far. And all you do, guys, is you simply open your bail, you grab your line with your left hand, or vice versa if you are left-handed, and you simply pull your line out, you make yourself a cast to the distance that you need, you close your bail, and you no longer engage a reel. You simply grab your line with your left hand and pull it back to you while twitching the tip of your rod that same 1 to 3 inches. Now, as you can see, my left hand is going further and further away from the reel. Now, as you can notice there, guys, it makes a whole lot of slack line, but now we've got our bait back. As you can see there, our trout magnet's all the way out of the water. All we've got to do is just simply take our rod tip, flip it out there, let go of our left hand, allow that string to go right back through the eyes of our rod there, and we'll shoot our little bait out, and then we'll simply grab our line with our left hand there, and we'll repeat the process. Now, as you can see here, guys, instead of casting out, engaging the reel and turning it, all I've got to do is flip it out there. I can jig it back. If I'm in fast current, we can do it quickly. If you want to go really slowly, you can pop it up current, allow your trout magnet to sink all the way to the bottom, and then slowly jig it back. It's completely up to you. The cadence is yours. But once you've mastered this technique, you'll really get a lot more cast in, which will result in a lot more fish. Now keep in mind, guys, this is also a play off of fly fishing. You'll see fly fishermen strip their rod. They're doing a very similar motion. So if you've ever done any trout fishing with a fly rod, you've probably already got a leg up on the competition. But it's a really simple technique, guys, and I highly recommend you do it. Now, as you guys can see, my reel is on the right side of my rod, and I do that because that's just what I prefer. But if your reel is on the left side, just be very wary that while you're pitching your bait out and you're working it back, that you don't get that line wrapped around your reel, because if you set the hook and your line's wrapped around that reel, it could break off or you could lose your fish. So be wary of that. But other than that, it's a pretty flawless system. As long as you're not getting your line wrapped up and you're shooting that bait out there, you'll be able to really present that thing a whole lot more and catch a lot more fish. So let's go ahead and fish around, guys. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a few more casts here. We've already had success with our little flipping technique. We'll keep fishing around. We may have to change up locations and introduce this thing to different fish. We may even have to change our trout magnet colors, but we'll fish around, we'll have some fun, and we'll see what happens. There we go, guys. There we go. Heck yeah. Just jigging that little pink trout magnet through the hole here, guys. She absolutely crushed it. Beautiful fish right here. Angry. Just use our left hand there, guys, to hold that string as we was flipping it back and forth. And this little beauty right here absolutely crushed it. Very simple technique. It does take a bit of practice, but once mastered, you can cover water so quickly and so efficiently, guys, and just slay trout just like this one here. Just a gorgeous little fish there. We'll go ahead and let her take off right here. There she goes. Heck yeah, guys. And once again, just grabbing that old line there, giving it some flips around, popping it back. She couldn't stand it. Heck yeah, see if we can get us another one. Now guys, this technique is just perfect for a location like this, where you're able just to flip it upstream there, pop it back down to you, and not have to engage your reel on every single cast, because if so, you would probably get half as many passes as you would get doing it just like I am here. Alrighty guys, we're going to change up colors again. We've switched around colors with the old Trout Magnet here a few times, but really not having the best of success getting these little boogers to bite this morning, but that's just because they're being rather stubborn. There we go, guys. Fish number 2 on for the day. Heck yeah. On the old yellow Trout Magnet. Had to switch up colors quite a few times today, guys, and cover a lot of water. But we came on back here to the spot that we started off our morning, and wouldn't you know it, we caught ourselves another one. Could even be the same fish. May even be that this little guy's the only one wanting to feed this morning. It is super hard to tell, but we'll let him go right here. There he goes, right on back, healthy and strong. Heck yeah, guys, that's fish number 2 on that little pitch and retrieve jigging technique there. So we'll keep on fishing around. We'll try to get us a couple more to end out this video. Heck yeah. There we go, guys. Caught her right out from under that old bush there. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, big old beauty. Jigged her right out from under that old bush there, guys. She absolutely came out and crushed it. This is actually about the furthest reaches of the stream, guys. We have fished from one end to the other and presented our jigging technique to a ton of fish today, but unfortunately it doesn't always work out for you that way, especially on these sunny days. Sometimes you just kind of gotta take it a little more slow and drift under your float. But there we go. It's definitely the biggest fish of the day. Super nice one there, guys. Angry, fighting in the net hard. Hooked on the outside of the mouth. So lucky. Oh, nope, she was on the inside. Just barely, though. Just barely there, guys. Heck yeah. What a gorgeous fish that one is. We'll just let this little beauty slide on out of the net right there. And guys, that's pretty much going to do it for my little jigging technique. Once again, it's super simple. You just simply pitch it out there. Use your left hand to operate that string, just like a fly fisherman or one of those tournament bass anglers. And it's a ton of fun. I would recommend you get out and do some practice and see what you think of it, guys. Maybe you'll end up catching a ton more fish using that little technique there. But get out if you can, guys, and do some fishing and have some fun. But most importantly, be safe and tight lines.